Hey y'all, I'm back here with another video in the beautiful Montego Bay, Jamaica. Yay! Anyway, yeah, I miss y'all. I haven't been able to post as much because I've been having quite the experience that I want to tell y'all all about. Okay, so first I want to tell y'all a little bit about how I got into the craft of crafting my own life, manifesting, and all of that good stuff, and making it happen for me. So, I know that as a new witch or as a person thinking about practicing witchcraft, or I don't know, whatever has brought you on this magical path of goddessship, goddesshood, whatever you want to call it. Um, yeah, like whatever it is that brought you here, you've probably, ran into some people, done some workshops, I don't know, joined some groups, I don't know where you are on your journey, read some books, I don't know. But you probably come across something that says, don't do magic when you're desperate. And what do you say to that, right? For some people, they might agree. They may have had a negative experience. They may have been like, man, yeah, that's good advice because when I was desperate to get my man back, girl, that magic backfired. Okay? And that is likely their experience. So they're going to tell you, yeah, that's so true. That resonates with them. Don't do magic when you're desperate. However, someone like me, on the other hand, would have different advice for you. And that advice would basically be, I wouldn't take that advice. You just, look in retrospect back on how I got started with my magical journey. And that was me being desperate. Um, but my will was not to cause anyone to act outside of their own decision making, just to make the process successful for myself. And that was my focus. That was what my intentions were when I started my magical journey. So was I desperate? Yes. It was a situation where the custody of my children, questioning of who would raise my children. Would it be me? Would it be someone else? Basically. And so I was desperate. Even though physically, from the physical perspective of how people say that the world works and what's going to happen based on these set of parameters, we know that everything exists on a bell curve just from what we've learned, from just studying different scenarios, human scenarios, that there are some outliers. And being magical, being practicing six sensory being, living a six sensory life, you know, puts you in those outliers positions, those miraculous positions where miraculous things happen to you a lot. Hey, how y'all doing? So anyway, so don't do magic when you're desperate. I don't know. Depends on where your intentions are. And if your intentions are not to cause others to act out of free will, you can bet your bet that it's safe to do magic when you're desperate. I didn't have a clue about magic or anything like that. These are messages that I was downloading and things that were showing up once I was ready, right? Some of these things had been there the entire time. I was able to make some connection to them in history, my own personal history, like my life of being here on Earth. I've been able to make connections. But yeah, so I personally think that if your intentions are good and you're not wanting to cause anyone to act outside of their own free will, kind of like maybe you would be motivated to do if you were in a relationship with someone and you wanted them to stay, or you wanted something to happen in a relationship that wasn't happening under that person's own free will. Then it may not be a good idea to do magic when you're desperate. Okay, so remember those things about intentions. And sometimes under stress and under a unique set of motivations, it's okay to do magic when you're desperate. We all should do a little magic when we're desperate, because we betting it all. And we fearlessly walking into that thing because we feel like we got a lot to lose and it ain't worth it, you know? So you're really not try anything, everything. Don't forget that everything part, because that's important. Bye, y'all.